अच्छा सर, अभी 2-4 मिनट और लगेंगे, बच्चों की क्लासेस हैं 2:30 तक ना।
हाँ कोई नहीं,
फिर
अच्छा
हम
है
ज्वाइन करते हैं सर। उतनी देर आप अपने माइक और कैमरा ऑफ कर सकते हैं सर।
हाँ, और फिर बेटे ने भी जाना ना, तो इसलिए अच्छे हो। ठीक है,
नहीं सर, कोई बात नहीं। हाँ जी सर,
ठीक है,
कोई बात नहीं सर।
ठीक है।
ठीक है जी।
फोन आ गया, मैंने कर दिया उधर से स्टार्ट स्ट्रीमिंग, तो बस ये हो गया और हम यहाँ
पे 5 मिनट बात करेंगे।
हाँ जी मैम, कुछ
ओके, 5 मिनट बात करेंगे।
बस ओबीएससी स्टार्ट स्ट्रीमिंग फिर ये स्क्रीन।
This is okay? Right.
आपका ना माइक ऑन है सर।
ये नाम आपका की जॉब छोटे हाँ मैं चाबी ले जाऊंगी साथ में। घर में सब ठीक है? हाँ जी। वैसे ही आपको लग रहा है लॉस्ट सी केस अपसेट नहीं हो थोड़ी शक्ल ऐसी हो गई। कई बार आपको अच्छा तो अपना लैपटॉप है तो उसके लिए ना लाई थी क्योंकि तेरा मिस्टेक्स को ना आपने जो भी ये किसकी आवाज आ रही है? कैसे रिकॉर्ड होता है? नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं।
I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, honorable resource persons, Professor V.K. Mattu and Dr. Neelam Mattu, Dr. Indu Arora, Vice President of the institution's Innovation Council, Dr. Neetu, Head of the Department of Zoology, my colleagues, and all the students. I, Kadambari Pathania, on behalf of Meherchand Mahajan DAV College for Women, welcome you all to this virtual workshop on entrepreneurship development in beekeeping organized by the Department of Zoology under the aegis of Institutions Innovation Council. Beekeeping has been practiced since ancient times, mainly for the precious honey stored by the bees in their combs. With socio-economic development, beekeeping soon became the prime forest-based industry for the rural India. But the question arises, why apiculture has now evolved into a major agro-horticultural industry? According to the National Commission on Agriculture, India needs minimum 200 million honeybee colonies just to pollinate and increase the productivity of 12 major crops. Apart from the need to increase the crop yield, there is a high demand both nationally and internationally for bee products like beeswax, honey, bee bread, royal jelly, etc. In order to achieve high crop yield and to keep up with the demand for bee products, beekeeping is necessary. Besides this, the bee rearing enterprise will also provide employment opportunities in rural India. For more insights into this lucrative business, it is my privilege to introduce the experts who have dedicated numerous years of their careers in studying the beekeeping. Professor V.K. Mattu and Dr. Neelam Mattu. Professor Mattu has been involved in biodiversity and apiculture since last 33 years. He is an active member of the New York Academy of Sciences, USA, a former senior vice president of Association of Entomologists, and an international expert on beekeeping. Dr. Neelam Mattu is the recipient of Senior Scientist Award and is a member of many academic societies. Her research field pertains to honeybees of Northwest Himalayas and studies on honey and its components. Now, I would request Dr. Indu Arora, Vice President of the institution's Innovation Council, to formally welcome Professor V.K. Mattu and Dr. Neelam Mattu.
Thank you, dear. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Indu Arora, on behalf of Meherchand Mahajan DAV College for Women, extend a heartfelt welcome to Professor Vinod Mattu and Dr. Neelam Mattu. We are really honored to have you both as resource persons for today's workshop. Before we start with the event, I would like to shed some light on Institution's Innovation Council of our college, established in the year 2018 under the aegis of Ministry of Education. Innovation Cell with the purpose of systematically fostering the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship among the students. The main objective of IIC is to conduct various innovations, entrepreneurship, IPR, and startup related activities in collaboration with academicians, entrepreneurs, investors, professionals, and create a mentor pool for student innovators. It is also my proud privilege to share that our council received 4-star rating for the year 2019-20. College has also its own startup policy to help faculty and students to turn their ideas into startups. We also organize sessions on business model canvas and business plans to make them familiar with the know-how to pitch their ideas. And today's workshop is a step towards that direction, and it has been organized in recognition of the importance of honeybees for sustainable agriculture and entrepreneurship development. I congratulate Dr. Neetu and her team for organizing such a workshop which is in sync with the philosophy of Atmanirbhar Bharat. I wish and hope that this interactive workshop will help channelize the energy of our young students and will motivate them to work on new ideas, creating startups and entrepreneur ventures resulting in self-employment. Thank you. Thank you, sir, and welcome again.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words. Before we begin with the workshop, I would request everyone to switch on their cameras so we can take a photograph. Students, please switch on your cameras. Are we done, Divya ma'am?
Just wait, Kadambi. All of you, please switch on your cameras.
Okay, thank you for the photograph. Now I invite Professor Mattu to share his knowledge and experience, such long experience in beekeeping and its business perspectives with us. Over to you, Professor Mattu.
Good afternoon. Thanks a lot, Dr. Kadambari Pathania, for your nice words. Dr. Indu Arora, Vice President IIC, Dr. Neetu Batra, Head of Department of Zoology, Dr. Divya, other faculty members, and dear students. Today, I have got the privilege to interact with you on a very important topic of entrepreneurship development in beekeeping. I will take to you fascinating word of bees and beekeeping. I will go from the base to top. So, all of you know that insects have always fascinated mankind. Butterflies by their beautiful colors, cicadas by their beautiful songs, locusts by their songs. Similarly, honeybees by their social behavior and division of labor. That's why Carl von Frisch, a German scientist, got Nobel Prize in 1973. Now, bees and beekeeping, they are known to us since prehistoric times. Our ancient and poised scriptures like Vedas, Upanishads are full of description about honeybees. You know that Quran has a special mention about sanctity of honey and honeybees. In Mahabharata, you must have heard about a Lakshya grade that was very beautiful, made by Kaurus or the Pandavas. Similarly, in old times, Egyptians they used to preserve the dead bodies, known as mummies, that was having an ingredient of the bee products. In simple terms, if you want to say what is beekeeping or apiculture, it is the rearing and management of honeybees for the production of different products, which I will discuss later on. Or otherwise, we say it is conservation and management of pollinators or honeybees for the production of honey and other high products. It is a definition by a well-known scientist from UK, J.B. Free. Or we say beekeeping consists of bee management, bee forage and bee breed. There are three important components: bee management, bee forage and bee breed. And beekeeping tells us about self-reliance, self-preservation and self-sustenance. That I will discuss with you in due course of time. Why beekeeping is important? It is a non-land-based income generating activity which is fastly becoming an important component of our present strategies for integrated rural development and off-farm employment. The role of beekeeping in improving the economy of farmers and fruit growers cannot be overlooked, and it has always been linked with the socio-economic, cultural, religious, and natural heritage of communities living in rural India. Moreover, bees and beekeeping they provide the free ecosystem services in the form of the cross pollination, which not only enhances the productivity of agriculture crops but also help in the conservation of biodiversity through propagation of wild flora. Beekeeping is destined to play a crucial role in the present context of commercialization of agriculture and liberalization of Indian economy. That's why recently our parliament passed the three agriculture bills. Now, why honeybees are important? If you want to talk why they are important, why we are giving so much value to them, because they have three important things. One is the direct values. They give us a number of products which are known as the high products. When bees are in the wild form, then they are known as the nest. When they are kept in modern hives, they are known as high products. You know, everybody knows the composition of bees. In a bee colony, there is one queen which is female and fertile. There are a few thousand worker bees and few hundred drone bees. So, number of high products are given by bees. First is the honey, which we say golden wonder. That's why name golden wonder given to honey, because it is first natural sweetener on this earth. Other important product, I will discuss all these. Beeswax, which is produced by 4 pair of wax glands and is used in more than 300 items. Third very important product, royal jelly. It is a milky white secretion of young bees from hypopharyngeal and mandibular glands, which is secreted. And there is another product which is known as propolis, a sticky brownish gum gathered by bees from the trees and birds. Then we have bee venom. Although we are frightened of the bees, that they will sting, hum dar jate hain, bees katengi. But bee venom is very, very important product. It is secretion of poison glands and used for the defense against enemies. Then we have pollen. Although pollen is a product of plants, but the pollen brought by bees is different from that pollen in the nature. These are all high products: honey, beeswax, royal jelly, propolis, bee venom and pollen, which we get from beekeeping industry. Besides that, there are a number of indirect values. They help in number of ecological processes, crop productivity, enhancing biodiversity, evolutionary process. Then they are moreover part of cultural heritage. For the hundred of years we are rearing bees in our villages, in our other places. Then they are very good at material for scientific research. As Drosophila is very important in genetics, similarly honeybees are very important in entomology. Then recently it has been found that they also act as the bioindicator of environmental pollution. Now question comes, we are discussing beekeeping entrepreneurship. Why beekeeping is important? Firstly, I say it provides food and cash income. Beekeeping gives food for infants and invalids and cash income. If you go for beekeeping, you can earn from 1,000 to million of rupees. That does not require ownership of land. This is very, very important because land is very important. Land is a very important thing. So it does not require ownership of land. It provides opportunity for small, medium and large scale farming situations. You can have a beekeeping on small scale with 4 hives or 4 colonies. You can have medium 50 colonies. You can have thousands of colonies. So it can have small, medium and large scale farming. Provides gainful employment close to home. If you are in some place, you are in some village or some other area, it provides gainful employment close to your home. Then promotes cooperation within family and society. Now we say this century of IT and PT, information technology and biotechnology, but even then we have information gaps in families. It promotes cooperation within family and society. When children and their fathers and mothers sit together, they can have a lot of cooperation and also do the beekeeping. It requires a little investment in infrastructure. It does not take much big amount of money, I will discuss with you, and infrastructure. So you can start with simple things. Then technology is not very difficult to follow. It helps the local craftsmen to earn extra wages. And people which are carpenters and others which are craftsmen, they earn extra wages. Then high products, all these products I discussed, honey, beeswax, etc., they are of high value and does not require special storage facilities. Then beekeeping is a source of foreign exchange. India is number 2 in the world after China in honey production. Then it enhances the productivity levels of agriculture, horticulture and fodder crops, whether we are human beings or animals or the food, and that is provided by beekeeping. Then it helps in overcoming the problems of malnutrition and human health. You know that human health is the most important. Now we are passing through the COVID phase where most important thing is becoming human health. Otherwise also human health is most important. And malnutrition, a recent survey showed that more than 45% children in this country are suffering from malnutrition. Here beekeeping can play very, very important role. I still remember there was a science congress in 2011 in Bhubaneswar, where Prime Minister himself said that this malnutrition is a shame of our country and we have to find the solutions for this. So here beekeeping can help to some extent. Then it helps in conservation of biodiversity in general. It can help in solving many social and environmental problems. So these are all why beekeeping is important, why we are stressing on this. Now coming to honeybee species, we must know how many honeybee species we are. We say we are rich people, or otherwise we say we are rich in genetic resources but poor in economy. Or I say otherwise also, we are poor people living in a rich country. We are rich in flora, fauna and everything. Similarly, we are rich in genetic resources. We have 4 to 7 species of honeybees. First is the Indian high bee, which is known as Apis cerana, which is a native bee. It is found wild and domesticated. You can see on temples, in shops, in other places you can see this Indian high bee Apis cerana, which is most common bee. Then there is a European bee Apis mellifera, which is the exotic bee. It was introduced from other parts of the world in mid-60s in Punjab and early 90s in South India. It is also a domesticated species. Both of these Apis cerana and Apis mellifera, they can be domesticated. Third species is the rock bee, Apis dorsata, which is very ferocious and is open nesting. It is found only in wild state. And there is fourth species which is known as a little bee, Apis florea. Apis florea is also wild. Out of these 4 species, Apis cerana, Apis mellifera, Apis dorsata, Apis florea, 3 are indigenous to our country, but Apis mellifera is exotic. But beekeeping mainly in India done with Apis cerana and Apis mellifera. Then beside this, we have many other species like Apis leverosia, which is found from Nepal, Apis poshnekowai from Malaysia, Apis andreniformis from China, Apis nulensis from Malaysia, Apis nigrosynta from Indonesia. Earlier in your books, you might have read that smallest bee is the Apis florea and largest Apis dorsata. Now concept has changed. Largest is Apis leverosia and smallest is the Apis andreniformis. So we have to rear all these bees for making the beekeeping. Now how we keep the bees? You have seen bees in nature on the trees, tree tops, on buildings, on roofs, but now we have modern beekeeping also. So we have 2 types of beekeeping. One is traditional beekeeping, other is modern beekeeping, and both are helpful in entrepreneurship. Traditional beekeeping, we have long hives. We have made of logs hives, then mixed wall hives. There are hives in the walls, and in India and other parts of the world also, people think it's auspicious if bees are coming to their wall hives. They come every year on the same place, and after migration, they are visiting the same place. Then we have clay pitcher hives, tree bark hives, mud receptacle hives, cave hives, bamboo hives. So many types of hives are developed in different parts of the world and countries. Then in modern hives, we have 3 types of mainly hives. One is Langstroth hive. Langstroth was not a scientist, he was just an innovator, he was a beekeeper. He made the Langstroth hive, which are presently used for rearing of Apis mellifera. And then second are the ISI villager hive, which are known as ISO hives, which are used mainly for our Apis cerana. And third are the top bar hives, which are now coming to India also. They are generally prevalent in Europe and other parts of the world. Top bar hives, because they are made top bar hive while they are hanging in the air because of prevention from different type of diseases and pests. Now bees, if you go to status of beekeeping industry in India, we say Kerala is leading at present with 90 lakh kg of honey per year. Tamil Nadu number 2, Karnataka, followed by West Bengal, Odisha, and Punjab is also having good honey beekeeping industry with 3 lakh kg per honey. At present, we have number of bee colonies about 1 million, but annual honey production is more than 28,000 metric tons. As earlier told, that as per report of the National Commission on Agriculture, there is a potential of sustaining 150 million bee colonies, resulting in the production of 1.5 lakh tons, providing employment to more than 15 million people. It can provide employment to more than million people, to 15 million people, whether in rural areas or tribal areas. So for this, a number of agencies are working. Main agency is KVIC, Khadi and Village District Commission. It is in every state with headquarters in Delhi and Bombay. Then ICR, Indian Council for Agricultural Research. It has a big project also, that is the ACRI project, All India Coordinated Project, ICR is having center in different parts of the country. Then there are a number of state and central agriculture and horticulture universities which are working. It is whether it is PAU, HAU, in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttarakhand, in other parts of the country. There are a number of universities and colleges also working on this. Then there are a number of ministries and commercial organizations. Then we have an All India Beekeeping Association. You all students, you can become a member of this All India Beekeeper Association if you are interested in beekeeping. Then State Khadi and Village Industries Board. We have a number of boards in different parts of the country, and in every state we have one such board, which are also helping in entrepreneurship. Then State Agriculture, Horticulture, Forestry and Industrial Departments. In different states, in some states they are under Agriculture Department, in some they are under Industry Department, in some they are under Horticulture Department. And for example, in Himachal Pradesh, they are under Agriculture and Horticulture both. Then we have a National Bee Board, which is uplifting the extension and research program in beekeeping. We have a National Horticulture Board, which is also involved. Then we have APIDA, Agriculture Produce and Export Development Agency, a number of NGOs and cooperative societies. We are working on bees and beekeeping. So those who are interested in entrepreneurship, all these agencies, they can help them. Now coming to the bee products, I start with the honey, which is the golden wonder. We say it is the first natural sweetener on this earth. What is honey? Honey is made up of fructose and glucose. It is about 38% fructose and 34% glucose. Besides this, we have other sugars, phytochemicals, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, amino acids, etc. And having moisture less than 20%. It is antiviral, antibacterial and antifungal. This is the latest report in June 2020 that it is antiviral. So in this COVID time, it is most prevalent immunobooster. Because it is antiviral, antibacterial and antifungal. So honey is being used, whether it is the product by Patanjali or Dabur or any other industry, they are all using honey as an ingredient. Now what are the uses of honey? Honey can be used for infants and invalids both. It is used in the form of candies, jams, spreads, tea. You can get honey tea, not in India, but in other places of the world, honey coffee, then confectionery and baked products. Everybody likes to eat the bakery products. So baking industry, it has a large scope for the honey and honey products. And it is very prevalent in European countries, US and Australia. Now coming to India, also in shopping malls, you can find number of products. For example, there is Anjeer Barfi, I don't know you have eaten or not. Then there are dry fruit laddus, caramels, chocolates, all they are having ingredient as honey. Different type of pickles, jams, sausage, chutneys. All of us like to eat all these, they are having honey. Then we have a number of products now which are coming to India also. Otherwise they were prevalent in Korea, in China, in Japan. Honey lemon oil, ginger honey, mango honey drink, honey amla drink, honey coconut barfi, all these products, they are coming to India also. In Shimla also, we have one, if you go to Mall Road, there is a honey hut where you can get many of these products. Then, honey is also used in combination with many dry fruits for breakfast and other purposes, like apricots, prunes, flax seeds. Everybody after flax seeds, because everybody wants to lower cholesterol, then walnuts, cashew almond. All these can be used in combination with honey, and there are so many products in market which are available. Then we have honey spreads, which are very common in abroad. Now coming to India also, we are using cheese spreads, peanut butter spread. All of them, they are having honey as the ingredient. Then honey is also being used by Dabur and other companies in Chyawanprash and Gulakand, which we use. Now, there are so many uses of honey as a food or baking industry. Besides this, they are useful in medicine. हम हमेशा बोलते हैं कि नानी दादी के नुस्खे जो हैं वो हनी से स्टार्ट होते हैं. So whenever we come on this earth, we come with a spoon of honey. When we go with a spoon of honey. Honey is also auspicious also and very useful products also. Whether you have cold, cough, and you have now winters, cold, cough is there. So people in homes, they use honey along with other products like ginger and other. So for curing the cold cough, it can be used for healing the ointment because it is antibacterial, antifungal. Then there are many eye drops which are having honey. Honey can be used for rheumatic and arthritic patients. So there are about 60, I am not going in detail, 68 products which are made out of honey, which are having honey as a product. Most of our Unani Ayurvedic system has honey in their medicines. Then we have Manuka honey in New Zealand, diabetic honey in also other parts of the country. But I don't recommend honey for diabetic patients because without the prescription of doctor, you cannot use honey because sometimes it can create problems. Then cosmetic industry, it has a big scope for honey. We have a number of skin creams. In these times, in modern times, everybody wants to look young, so they use skin creams, derby creams, soaps, shampoos, lip balms, face packs, even the Shahnaz Hussain you must have heard, which is very famous beautician. They use all products which are made of honey because they can protect our skin from fungal and bacterial infections. Then honey is also very good preservative. It can be used for the preservation of various items because of its antimicrobial properties. It is also being used for the preservation of number of products. And these days, a number of value-added products, which is the purpose of entrepreneurship, that we cannot go only with honey. We have to have a number of value-added products. A lot of work has been done in abroad, in different parts of the China, Japan, Korea, etc. And they are having a lot of value-added products. But in India, there is a big scope, and the students, they can go if they have a vision and also have the financial help, they can have value-added products. I will discuss later on also. Then religious ceremonies. Honey is used in almost all the religions, whether Hindus, whether Sikhs or Jain, they use honey as an important ingredient in their ceremonies. Now, another important product which we get from the beekeeping is beeswax. It is, as I told earlier also, it is used in more than 300 products of common use. Whether they are paints, they are polishes, ink, various types of inks, whether we have lithographic ink as we use in elections, lipsticks, shampoos, hair conditioners, ointments, sun protective devices, detergents, adhesives, all they have beeswax. Number of products are there. Then hair waxing formulation, which are very common these days in different beauty shops, there this beeswax is used. Then for physiotherapy purposes, physiotherapy is very important these days. All these doctors, they are using beeswax. Then in electrical items for insulation purposes. So beeswax, I told you, it is used in more than 300 products. Other important product is pollen. Pollen is found recently as a great immunobooster. During this COVID, lot of research has been done and it has been found that it is an immunobooster. It is antifungal, antiviral, hepatoprotective. There are a lot of people who are suffering from liver diseases, and here it can play a very important role. It is also proved that it is anti-cancerous. In certain cancers, they can cure with the help of pollen and other products. Then we have two types of pollens, bee collected and stored pollen, and they are full of antioxidants. These days, everybody is talking about antioxidants. Every common man who does not know science is talking about antioxidants. In this product, they are eating such food which are having more antioxidants. So pollen is such food, and we are saying the future food. Because of the increasing population, there will be a lot of pressure on this earth. So in future, food will come either from the algae or from the pollen. Then there is a very important product which can be used for entrepreneurship and startups, that is royal jelly. It is royal jelly is a species of honeybees that are the queen bee, name is royal jelly. So it is immunobooster, it is having an antioxidant, it is said to be wonderful product, and it has been used, it is being used in pharmaceutical industries for a number of diseases, especially also for the cancer treatment. So if you want to have a new startup or entrepreneur, this is the best product, and you can have it in multiple scales in your apiaries, and you can get training from our Central Bee Research Institute at Pune or in different universities. Even our university also gives training, PAU Ludhiana, HAU, this Hisar, they all give training for extraction of royal jelly. It is a very good product for any entrepreneurship. It is also used in the cure of asthmatic patients, hay fever, then ulcers, kidney diseases, skin disorders, insomnia. Lot of people are suffering from the sleepy problems. They are not getting. आजकल लोगों को नींद नहीं आती है. Insomnia is there. So here also this royal jelly is a very important product, and it is moreover anti-aging. Other important products is bee venom. Bee venom is very important product which we are getting from the beekeeping. It is used in, there is a full branch known as apitherapy. As we have biotechnology, similarly now apitherapy is going at large scale. That what is apitherapy? Use of the high products for the welfare of human beings. There is a lady in France who has developed technique for cure of asthma with the help of bee smoke. Only with the help of the smoke of the hive, they can cure the asthma. Similarly, there is a lady which is known as bee lady in USA. It is having bee sting therapy. This is a very important therapy, bee sting therapy. People go for bee sting therapy. It is also known, ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जो जिस आदमी को ज्यादा बीज से काटा हो उसको ज्यादा डिजीज होने का खतरा नहीं होता, because it acts as a natural antibiotic. So that bee lady is very famous. If you go to US, California, you will hear about that. Then this bee venom is also used for cure of different type of arthritic problems, rheumatism, allergies, etc. So a number of products, a number of companies are using this bee venom. Other important product is propolis, which is a resinous product which bees collect from the trees. It is mainly used as hepatoprotective. These days, most of people are suffering either from liver diseases or kidney diseases or some other problem, but here hepatoprotective. Then it is antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. It has also the same property as honey has: antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. It is also anti-aging. Nobody wants to grow old these days, so here propolis can help a lot. Then anti-dandruff. If you don't have hair, there are a number of shampoos which are made from this. Propolis are very costly. This is the anti-dandruff shampoo can be made. Then soaps, creams, food supplements, allergens, they are made from the propolis. It is also used for cure of cold, sores, inflammation, genital disease, even for the diabetic patients. So you see from all these products, whether it is honey, beeswax, propolis, bee venom, there is a lot of scope if you want to go for an entrepreneurship or you go have a startup. Now our government, which has given a slogan, local for the vocal and Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we can have a lot of, you can catch any product and you can have your startup. They have given Startup India, Stand Up India, now made for world. We are going to make products and going to sell to the other parts of the nations. That the time was there when we used to have from other parts of the world. So these beekeeping products, all of them have potential. For this I will tell you, there are a number of schemes Government of India is having. Now I come to the second part, that is pollinators. This was direct services which bees are rendering to human beings. Now indirect services are equally important, or sometimes we say indirect are better than the direct services. In Himachal Pradesh, several times our government of Himachal Pradesh has given direction to horticulture and agriculture department that go for pollination services more than the bee products. So why they are so important? Because over 75% of the major world crops and 80% of all flowering plant species, they are dependent on animal pollinators. Out of these 25 to 30,000 species of bees, they are very important pollinators. They are effective pollinators, along with of course moths, flies, wasps, beetles, butterflies, etc. And besides this, we have also many vertebrate pollinators, non-flying mammals, bats, birds, etc. So whenever you take a fruit in the morning, you say that it has come, whether you take apple or you take a cherry or anything, you say it is from the tree. It is fact that it is from the tree, but it is not true. It is true partially, because plant is playing one part, second part is being played by honeybees. If there are no honeybees, there will be no fruit. This is sure. So plants and pollinators, they have an interdependent relationship. Plants are due to pollinators and pollinators are due to plants. I always say there are 4 P's which are important. Pollinators, because they lead to more productivity, productivity leads to prosperity, and prosperity to peace. But for we are doing all these things for peace, everything we are doing for peace. So if there are pollinators, there will be more productivity, there will be more prosperity, there will be more peace. Now, if we go into the diversity of the pollinators, these are the top. They are about 73 to 75% of the all pollinators, whether they are invertebrate or vertebrate pollinators. Then followed by them are the dipterans or flies, 19%, bats, 6.5%. Bat was very popular in news during the COVID. Then beetles 5%, wasps 5%, birds 4%, butterfly and mouse 4%. So diversity of all wild plants and variability of food crops all depend upon the pollinator. So friends, pollinators are very essential for diet diversity, biodiversity and maintenance of natural resources. They are very important terms. Diet diversity, biodiversity and maintenance of natural resources, because everything is there if we have the natural resources. The food security, food diversity, human nutrition and food prices all depend upon the honeybees and pollinators. So we are passed the bills in Parliament on food security also, food diversity also we are talking a lot, human nutrition. First thing is to get the food. It is very sad to say that 30% of our population at present also they are getting food, they are going to bed without food. They are getting food for one time only, in spite of so much of production of the food crops and horticulture crops. So why to talk about human nutrition, whether they get proteins, carbohydrates or fat, but first they should have the food. That is very important. Our former President Abdul Kalam ji always said that we should have a second green revolution. We have seen the first green revolution, which changed the scenario of the country. He was saying that we should have second green revolution. And Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who is a very eminent scientist, all of you must be knowing, all these farmers are these days saying that implement Swaminathan Committee report. He is more than 90 years still active. He is a very innovative scientist who was the first vice chairman of the Planning Commission, and he has also been Secretary General